For my friends, both longer term and those I just met, capturing memories to fuel our passion and future expeditions. This one is for you. For me, I was returning to the Maldivian archipelago, but for many others, it was their first time. This time around, we were sailing aboard Conte Max, a vessel owned and operated by luxury yacht Maldives and Albatross Top Boat. There were 14 American guests on board, excited to explore the Maldives. And the vessel was run by 12 Maldivian crew members, and our guide was Roger Wagner. Whether you're returning to the Maldivian archipelago or it is your first time, expeditions begin when you fly into Valana International Airport and then transfer to hop on your vessel in the port of Hulu Male. But before you get to the exciting moment of riding your dhoni to your vessel for your expedition, you have to travel to the Maldives. 2:45 a.m. I zipped up my board bag, opened the garage, and on a rainy, dreary day, loaded into my buddy's truck, and the adventure began. We were flying out of John F. Kennedy Airport in New York due to the preferred travel route from JFK to Doha. If all goes as scheduled, we'd arrive in the Maldives in 27 hours of travel time. But all did not go as planned. Due to a 45-minute delay out of JFK, we ended up getting greeted in Doha by a representative because we missed our connection to Male. Thankfully, Qatar Airways put us up in individual hotel rooms for the day until we could catch our flight in the evening and ultimately get to the Maldives in time to hop on our boat. Due to the misconnection, our total travel time to the Maldives ended up being 40 hours, which was a lot. But once we started to see the atolls from the air, all of the travel stress wore away really quick. We were stoked, to say the least. A key point to note is the travel delay did not make a difference to our boat trip because the trip leader, Roger, had us arrive the day before we got on the boat. In our case this time around, due to the delay, we arrived the morning of the start of the boat trip, which was just fine. Now let's continue and hear from Roger about this special place and trip.
We are here in the Central Atoll, a trip that I've been doing as a guide and a host for the past 10 years. We've been working with 2 companies and we have several vessels such as Imperial Voyager for Imperial Divers, and right now we're doing a trip with Albatross Company. We are inside the vessel of Conde Max.
The Conte Max is a 112-foot luxury yacht equipped with several lounge areas, a nice bar, an area where coffee, cookies, and fruit are available 24/7, a beautiful dining area where meals are served 3 times a day, and the vessel is equipped with 11 passenger cabins with private bathrooms. The expedition and vessel also comes with a dhoni, where all of your surf and dive gear can be stored. The dhoni serves as your ride to get to the surf spots. In addition, a dinghy is available and super helpful at times, as we will hear shortly from Roger.
Our intention that trip is get the best of the best. That's why we do Central Atoll no destination. We check from all the spots from North Atolls to South Mile Atolls, all the way to the very end of the Central Atoll, looking for the best quality for the best day. Our surf charter is different than most of the other charters because we do at least 10 nights trip as we cover all the surf spots from North Mile Atolls, Central Mile Atolls, and every single atoll in the Central Atoll with no destination. Our goal is get the best wave in the right time. And we focus in catching the waves depends the ability of our clients. So we can find waves for early intermediates to like extremely good surfers. We have the ability to split the group with early intermediate and more advanced surfers in the same session, as we have not only the main vessel, which is at least 100-foot yacht, but we also carry on with a dhoni, which is a cover boat for all your surfboards, and a dinghy just in case that you need for extra safety or split the group. Also be prepared for a variety of conditions. We can be in a beautiful sunny Maldivian weather, or also it can be in kind of stormy weather, but no matter what, we always can find good surfing condition for our people.
During this particular expedition, 2 areas of high pressure set up across the region, which led to persistent west-northwest winds and squally weather. Squalls seem to have a pattern on most days due to daytime heating, Our crew adapted to finding the good windows to score fun waves at a spot that could handle the winds. We found ourselves surfing mid to late morning and mid to late afternoon, but did not focus on dawn patrol, midday, or sunset timeframes due to the squalls. Using this strategy, we still managed to surf 2 times a day, all but one day. We also still managed to get in plenty of fishing. And while I was striking out during the first several mornings and evenings trolling, I remained persistent, and that determination paid off when we landed a beautiful 20-pound or 43-inch fork-length wahoo on Wahoo Wednesday, which set the stage for our most epic day of the trip. Check it out for yourself. Due to the persistent winds, we surfed Finema's Right and Chambers for 5 days, and this was our second day when the winds let up a bit, the sun came out, and the surf was 3 to 5 foot plus. We also surfed this wave mostly with only the guests on our boat, which was amazing. This track of reef showed many moods during our extended stay surfing it. It was a nice right-hander that wrapped around the northern corner of a small island. At times it was shifty, and on this particular day it was lining up really well. During the morning session, I rode a 6.0 Quiver Killer by Lost, but in the PM, I switched my 510 Circa 71 shaped by Gary Larson at Hobie. This incredibly fast board allowed me to draw out my lines and enjoy some fun carves. I highly recommend including a fish in your quiver on your trip to the Maldives, in addition to your normal thrusters or step-up boards. Many of the guests brought a variety of boards that fit their skill level and wave riding approaches. Being satisfied with our sessions, we boarded our Donny only to witness another squall come through which shut things down. But everyone was stoked, having scored 2 uncrowded and clean sessions before the stormy conditions set in. So we headed back to the Conte Max for the night. Another great aspect of this type of adventure is the ability to explore the islands by foot and dive with marine life. Marine life was all around us. Spinner dolphins are common, as well as hawksbill sea turtles, beautiful coral, hermit crabs, and bats can be seen flying between islands. The ocean is teeming with life. Nurse sharks are common, as well as blacktip reef sharks. The trip's a blast whether you're freediving with marine life, cruising on the beautiful vessel, or shredding the perfect surf. Speaking of surf, here are some highlights from our session at Maroofs. While we got it on the small side, Maroofs is still a perfect right-hand reef break with a hollow inside section. The wave is a blast, and when it gets big, it's even better. Everyone was all smiles pretty much all the time, enjoying the 86-degree water, which is pretty much crystal clear. High fives were common, and there were plenty of shakas being dealt out because everyone was so happy. Roger even demonstrated to us the beauty of a smooth transition through the outer section into a huge lip launch off the inside section to glide toward the end of the wave. Pretty much all the time. Throughout this trip, we were presented with many challenges, but our crew adapted, and we ended up scoring some amazing waves with longer term and new friends. I personally love the entire schedule when sailing around the Maldives. It is pretty much water world, and an excellent way to explore beautiful islands, dive with marine life, fish, and catch some amazing waves. Until next time, the Maldives will certainly always be on my mind, and likely everyone else that got to experience this ultimate trip chasing waves around the Indian Ocean.